Hello, everyone. Welcome to Me, She, and Her podcast, a guided conversation between three friends. Our song for today is Friends by Whodini. The key verse is, before we go any further, let's be friends. Let's chat.
Welcome. You are listening to the Me, She, and Her podcast, a guided conversation between three friends where we discuss business, leadership, relationship, and fitness based off song lyrics. We use our experiences, testimonies, and throw in a few jokes to bring you an entertaining view of lyrics from popular songs, old and new. Come listen in on the fun.
Who are we, and how did we become friends? Let's kick it off with my girl, Ashley. Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley Vance. My background is actually in accounting, auditing. I'm a licensed CPA, also entrepreneur, which we'll talk about a little further and how we're all connected. You want to go up to Monique? Want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Monique Abrams. My background is IT, computers. Computer science is my niche of my talent, you would say. But currently I work in athletics as a academic advisor for an HBCU. And then we're going to kick it over to our other homegirl.
Hello, everyone. My name is Summer. I have a background in local government, public policy, things like that. Also an entrepreneur, and I love to work out.
Oh, you gotta always throw that in there, huh?
Right.
Throw that in there. I like to work out. We all like to work out.
I like that.
Throw that in there. Okay. Thanks.
Right.
That's an inside joke. So that's a little background onto who we are. We're all entrepreneurs. We all actually are business partners, and we decided to start this podcast because our conversations can get long-winded, last for hours, but we shorten them for you. Right. And, we just felt like it was time for us to venture out into other aspects and start, using our voice for different topics and ideas, because we're I would say in our circle or in our sphere of influence, like that word, sphere of influence, we are the ones who people seek advice from, who people go to help resolve different issues or matters they have, whether it's all the heart, whether it's, mentally, physically, just asking for some directions on how to do it. Now, we're no therapists at all.
Nope.
We're not licensed in any of that.
Nope.
We're not certified in any of that.
Nope.
But we do operate with a level of wisdom, godly wisdom,
Hallelujah,
that I think helps the people who come to us. So, How we all met. I guess the story starts off with me and Ashley.
Right.
We actually went to the same university, same college. Bethune-Cookman University. Bethune-Cookman College back then. Back then it was college. BCC. You know what I'm saying? The Wildcats.
Miss Mary.
Yes.
Home of the best band in the land.
From the world's most famous beach.
Come on, somebody.
Yes.
There is no HBCU without BCU.
You better say that.
Come on.
You better say that.
So we rap hard around these parts.
Yeah. I rep, I didn't go, but I went. My heart.
You honorary. You honorary.
My heart Mary.
Your mama went. You honorary.
And my mama did go. Shout out to UCP.
Yes. You honorary. You honorary. Yes.
Through her line.
Through her.
I went.
You know what I'm saying? So once a
some
Wildcat, always a Wildcat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hell Wildcats.
Hell Wildcat.
So I guess we met on the campus of Bethune-Cookman. I guess what was I, a year or two before you, or?
Yeah, you're like a year ahead of me.
Yeah, a year ahead of you. So we met at this. It's an organization on campus called Pre-Alumni Council. And basically that organization is connected with the UNCF Foundation, in where it kind of helps undergrads get prepared to be alumni through showing them how to raise funds for the school, teaching them leadership skills, teaching them parliamentarian, teaching them just the structure of how to run an organization, run a business per se, and I don't know, just tools you need to be leaders.
Right.
And they held national conferences for us, and you got to mingle with other UNCF schools. So it was a great experience and opportunity. I actually served as on a lot of stuff. So I was treasurer 1 year, vice president 1 year, president 1 year, and for 3 years straight, I was Miss UNCF for Bethune-Cookman College.
That's what I remember.
Hey, your girl was doing it. You hear me?
Representing.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? Represent. You know what I'm saying? Represent. Okay? So in the midst of me being, I don't know, what was I? Probably treasurer or president or something when you joined.
I remember you being Miss UNCF. Is what I remember.
Okay, so I was in that role.
You may have been in another role, but that's what I
was in that role. So that's how we met. We actually, did you travel with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, right.
So we traveled to a couple of conferences. Those conferences were the best.
Yes, they were.
They were the best.
They were. I remember that.
Oh, the fun that was had.
The fun that was had. And I actually have some people from Flomo still reach out to me. But so that's how me and Ashley met. We actually lost contact after I graduated. I went back to Georgia to receive my master's degree. I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, Stone Mountain area. So after graduation, I went back to Georgia, got my master's, and then when I returned back to Daytona because I got a job, that's when I reconnected with Ashley through a mutual friend,
right,
who will remain nameless. Thank you. So through that mutual acquaintance, we connected and became closer friends.
Right.
And as the years has grown, we've become best friends.
Right.
That was part, and actually part of that was us joining a business team.
Right.
So that commonality kind of helped us develop our friendship and moved us along the way to years later meeting Miss Summer Blackwell. And so in meeting Miss Summer Blackwell, so the business team we were part of used to have weekly meetings. And in the meetings, Summer was a superstar. Okay?
Yes, right.
Superstar. Okay? Mm-hmm. She was known everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. Okay?
I wasn't even in meetings at that time, and I was hearing stuff about it.
Okay? Summer Blackwell. Okay? Okay, she was a superstar in the meeting. Okay?
That's what they said.
Just a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Lights, camera, flashing. You know what I'm saying? So, flashing lights. Flashing lights. So, I connected with Summer through the business, a weekly business meeting. Ended up actually becoming a part of her team because of some
strained relationships.
Some people not with good character. So, you had to switch it up.
Right.
So I became a part of her business team, and in becoming a part of her business team, I had always kept in contact with Ashley anyway. And one of our other friends, Sophia, we would all hang out together. Like we would do girls' nights, we would do everything.
Right, part of that Daytona crew.
The Daytona, you know what I'm saying? Repping.
Shout out to Sophie.
Again, a link through Bethune-Cookman.
Oh, true that.
So we would all hang out. So I kept in contact with Ashley, and then when I had started working with Summer, I reintroduced Summer and Ashley, and then that relationship kind of started from there. Yeah, Ashley started hanging with us more.
Well, the other weird thing is, and we were all like destined to meet at some point in time because my freshman roommate was a girl named Bridget who was in a band, and I think she was in the band with you in middle school and high school. And so we're all kind of the peripheral of, each other's, circles basically.
Right.
So that, that was a common thing. And also I had stepped away from the business for those integrity issues that were happening at that point in time with certain people. And when I had, before I came back, or right as I was coming back, actually before that, I had contacted somebody, was trying to
talk to about business and become a part of the team. Well, that person actually had been introduced to the business by somebody else. Well, he ended up bringing Summer into the business team. So between that time, I had stepped away. When I came back around with Monique, I had heard so much stuff about Summer. Like I said, we were all kind of like, once was it 6 degrees of separation? We were like 2 degrees away.
Right, yeah.
At some point it was gonna happen.
Yeah, because Summer being from
Palm Beach County. The Raw, shout out to the Raw.
Palm Beach County. I went to school with a lot of people. I went to Bethune-Cookman, with a lot of people she went to high school with. So,
A lot of people.
right. A lot. Okay, a lot of people. So it's like this, like you said, the 6 degrees of separation. It does come back around. Like you do know people. You know people that know people,
right?
And like so you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Somebody.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out the Trip.
That was a profound.
You know what I'm saying? That was genius right now. That was deep. Shout out the Trip.
Well, and also the other thing is Sophia, who was a friend of Monique and I's. She was part of, her family was part of sorority that, Summer's involved in. I'll let her talk to you about that. And so her family, they knew each other, had some connections through the sorority.
So let's dive into that. Let's dive into the amazement. And some people be amazed. I think me and Summer see it a lot, that Summer is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah.
And we are best friends.
Yes, we are.
So it shocks some people, but I think a lot more people have best friends that are in different sororities.
And my mama is a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated.
Yes, got the shout out to Mama Price.
Yeah.
Got the shout out.
So, and people are surprised. People are surprised that my mother didn't force me to pledge what she pledged. People are surprised that Monique and I are best friends. And so I'm like, it's deeper than an organization.
Right.
We pick what we pick. It's like people don't like the same color. They don't like the same food. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
But at the end of the day, all of these organizations were founded to do the same thing.
Right. Right. And at the end of the day, it's all Greek love.
All Greek love.
And we all trying to serve the same purpose. We're trying to better the community. So at the end of the day, we still have the same alignment in values, in morals, in what we want our community to be built upon. So, but it shocks a lot of people that Delta and the AKA are best friends. Right. Especially when we walk into y'all colors.
Especially that. People be looking like, wait,
what?
I saw me the other day. It was like, can they be friends? Like, absolutely they can. What do you mean?
People be shocked. Like, what y'all shocked about?
Right.
It is what it is.
Right. It is what it is. Shoot, hey.
Connect till you connect.
You play what you play, I play what I play.
Yeah, and it's all love.
And I didn't play it.
Right.
Right. We support whatever anybody want to do over here.
Anybody, whatever you want to do.
I would make you the biggest basket ever.
Right. I'm 17 years in the game. I played spring of 2003. I'm 17.
I'm 13. 13 next month.
13 or 17 years. Let's calculate.
Hey, but that's long enough.
Right. So I'm a teenager.
Yeah.
I'm a teenager in the game.
I'm a preteen. October 28th, I'll be 13. So I'm going through puberty.
But we love all Greeks.
Love it. All Greeks.
D9. But in us becoming friends, I think our friendship has grown.
Oh yeah.
To the level that it is now. One, because of the time that we have spent together.
Right. It's been some time.
And then also, I think because our views and how we think somewhat align. Now, we each have our individual opinion and we each look at things differently.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I think we're able to navigate our thoughts and our process into one common goal or idea to benefit all of us.
Right.
To say. So we've learned each other's strengths, each other's weaknesses. Like we know some are not gonna remember nothing.
Right.
No.
We know it.
Even after a couple reminders.
Yeah.
You told her 2 minutes ago.
Don't matter.
She done forgot.
Right.
Gone.
It's gone.
It was gone as it was literally as you say.
It was gone.
You gotta put calendar reminders.
It was an alert. Yes. Because if it don't go off, I still didn't.
Right. Multiple alerts.
Yes.
You have to remind her, and you remind her about the reminder.
Of the reminder,
right?
To remind
her. That's just not her business. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what be going on. You would think I was a busy. You think I was a busy. I don't know what be happening. Literally, it's gone. I forgot.
It's gone.
I'm telling you, and it's in everything,
and it still amazes us.
And it's everybody.
And how fast she can forget.
She offends everybody.
Yeah,
equally. Everybody can get it.
Everybody. No one's safe. I'm trying to be like, he tell me something to do, and then he be like, "What are you waiting?" I'm like, "What you said?" I literally just told you. I don't know what you said, bro. I forgot. It baffles him.
Yeah. It's the way she wired. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
But we have learned that. We have accepted her for that.
Yes.
It's 1,000 times a minute going around. And she telling me that thing is like, woo.
It's gone. It's gone. So we accepted that, and we know. So when we plan something,
please tell me.
It's usually me and Ashley planning it, and we just tell her, free this.
Right.
Free this day.
Right.
Free these days.
Do this.
and do this.
Be there.
Pack this.
Right.
And she
along with all the other bags you're packing.
She still won't forget. But you just have to put forth the effort.
Right.
So when she forget and she get there, she ain't packed nothing you said. Nothing you said.
Nothing.
You can say, but I told you to pack this. It's in the text I sent.
And if she got a story to tell, you got to get it fresh off the block. Because you can't ask her,
gone.
30 minutes later, because she gonna miss half the story. So then you'll find out like 3 days later. Oh, I didn't tell you that part of the story. No,
stuff start popping up.
Things trigger things.
It pops up. So the story you heard on Tuesday is not the same story you're gonna hear on Thursday.
Right? No.
But it happened at the same time with the same people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pertaining to the same topic.
Right.
So what do I text? Who can talk?
Who got it?
You better get it.
Get it now.
Right. In a couple of hours, it's gone.
Or if all three of us can't get on the call at one time, one got to remind her about parts of the story so the other one can get filled in.
So it seems like we telling the story, but we not. We just helping her remember. Okay?
Oh my God, it's so funny.
So we you know, it's one thing you come to accept. Mm-hmm. So another thing you come to accept about your friends, i.e. Ashley. You come to accept that she gonna analyze stuff.
Yeah. Everything.
She gonna ask you multiple questions
about it.
Mm-hmm. And she gonna come back to those questions again to make sure that the answer was clarified well.
And make sure you know to clarify. Did you get clarification on what I asked you?
Right. And the questions lead to other questions.
They do. They do.
Another.
I have an inquisitive mind.
They do. And she might come back to it a few days later because she's had time to think on it.
Mm-hmm.
And some new questions have popped up.
Mm-hmm. And then you'll be like, wait, I thought
we discussed this.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. So this is okay. I'm gonna let Monique handle that one. I forgot.
She's an accountant, y'all.
Yes.
She's an auditor.
Yes. Her job is to
the question stuff.
True.
It is to find out.
And you do it hours.
Yes.
Every day.
60,
70 hours a week.
Yeah.
And you're good at it.
Yes.
You're good.
You're good.
You're good. You're good at it.
You're good.
You're good at it. So, we have, when you spend time with your friends, you learn your friends and you know their strengths and their weaknesses. But then you also know when you get into deep conversations, when you get into things where you need advice, where you are seeking some guidance on certain stuff, that they have your back and that they're not going to give you any information that's detrimental to your betterment, your well-being, or the progression of you as a person or your family that you're seeking. So I think as you spend time with your friends, as you get to know them, it's a level of trust and vulnerability that you create and develop with them.
Yeah.
And it's also judgment free.
Yes.
Which is important. Like there are some friends like you feel like you share something with them and that they're gonna, or you may not share because you feel like they're gonna judge you. And we don't really have those, those qualms anymore because, like I said, we've gotten past that phase.
Right.
And I think also the other thing is, it's. We've taken different multiple personality tests and different things like that and studied about different personality types and stuff like that. And I think we all complement each other. Like most recently, like I said, we were in a recent podcast that we were Eric Thomas conference, Rebuild conference. And one of the things he talked was the fight assessment, which is like this disc analysis of personalities. And it's funny how we're each three a different personality. Mm-hmm. But because of that, we all fit and work together very well.
Yeah.
I said, Mo is she's organized. She likes, she likes lists. She makes sure that we don't forget stuff, planning things. I'm the behind the scenes person. I like to make things function. I don't necessarily need to come up with the idea, but I help you implement the idea. Mm-hmm. And Summer's the big idea person.
And I just delegate.
She's a delegator.
And I call them and they execute.
Right.
If people ask me questions, okay, I don't know. Call one of them because they're leading the project.
Right.
So I'm the project manager. I got this idea. How we gonna execute this? And they come up with ways to do it, and it just works.
Right.
I don't need to get all the credit for something. It's just did it get done? Does it look nice? And are we all proud of the product?
Right.
And that's really what it's about. And that comes. I mean, I've kind of always done it, but it comes for other people with maturity, and I feel like you have to be the center of attention all the time, be in charge all the time. But I'll lead it, but I don't necessarily have to run it.
Right.
And I think people get confused with leadership, with all stuff like that. Is you only, as a leader, your goal is to develop more leaders,
right?
And then actually let them lead.
Right.
That's true.
You gotta let them lead. That's the whole point. Not being afraid of whatever they're gonna do. But at the end of the day, if you've taught them, if you've trained them, and then they're already great people, they're gonna continue that legacy or whatever of winning, of being successful. And I think you just have to. It's like a parent. You train up a child for 18 years, and your goal is that they go off in society and be a good citizen.
Yeah,
right.
That's all you can do. You've done your part, and I think that's what we do over here. And so,
and then also the other side of that is like it's nice. People always talk about success is about the 5 people you have around you. Well, all of us are very successful. All of us have, are educated. We all have master's degrees. We got goals. We have careers and things like that. And so I think having, that commonality, that the same kind of similar mindsets when it comes to those things, that's probably why we work so well in business, going on new ventures, even something like this, it's easy for us to have conversations like this because I said, we're all of a similar mindset and have a, similar,
and we've had thousands of these type of conversations over time about various topics.
Right.
And it kind of like going back to the beginning when you said, kind of how we came to this point. It was because I don't want to say bobblehead agree, because we all have differences on certain topics, but it was the value that we brought to each other as well.
Right.
That we, again, like you said, trusted the information that was coming from another person. We knew it wasn't coming from a place of harm or hurt or malice, or whatever. It was literally logical, methodical too, advice or running an idea past you as well, feeling the need to be able to say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, I want to do this, what y'all think? Are you having, being able to do that? And you, in this walk of life and being around so many people that we're around in our industry, in our business industry, you realize so many people don't have that. They don't have a sounding board. I think we were
a trusted sounding board.
That part for each other. So going through, with everything going on in the world right now, just the world, our country.
Right.
We've been able to talk through these topics, these hard topics, these pressed ideas, things that are happening, but to be able to talk safely in our environment amongst each other so that we could go out and talk to other people and express our views and not, share with other people, but also be confident in what we were sharing.
Right.
Information. So friendship is essential to the soul. Shout out to that organization. But seriously, there is no value. I really can't put a value price tag on the relationships I have, especially with these two, because it's really invaluable to me. Friends, That's important.
I mean,
I literally wrote that down. Friends. I live with friends. How many of us have that?
Right. Ones you can depend on.
Yeah.
Right.
All that. Those lyrics mean something.
Right.
They do.
Right.
They do.
And the other thing is also having, accountability partners, which is very key. Some people, they'll just go through life and don't have anybody holding them accountable. Yeah. Well, we are the accountability partners to each other.
Yeah. Monique is not going to let me eat anything.
Right.
I do need that piece. Or she gonna eat. She don't order something because she gonna eat half of whatever I got. But she gonna tell me you don't need all that.
And you don't.
Right? And I don't. But still, I want it. I just go ahead
and you ain't gonna eat the leftovers. So
exactly.
I'm definitely not eating
exactly.
I don't eat leftovers.
So she don't eat leftovers.
Get the effort.
Right. I'm trying to help you.
But she's definitely gonna be like, I'm gonna drink that.
Right.
I'm gonna eat that.
That's it. Yep.
Well, and also it's funny. We used to hear, with some people we used to deal with, they're like, "Oh, you can just go out and make friends. Just go meet somebody. Go do this." And I'm like, that also used to annoy me, like, because I'm like, first of all, I wasn't that I was kind of shy, to begin with a long time ago. But having real true friends is more than just talking to somebody. It's a deeper connection. It's a deeper common ground that you end up finding. And it doesn't just happen very often. It doesn't happen, it needs to be, for the most part, organic. It needs to happen where, you actually compliment, add value to each other. And I think that's the strongest part of what we've built as this friendship is we add value to each other daily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
During COVID, we didn't see each other for months. But you wouldn't have known, Monique stopped by my house the other, maybe like a month or so ago, and I was like, oh, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since I've seen you. Well, because we've been talking every day. Texting, talking to some degree.
And we had some video chat.
Right, video chatting and all that. So it didn't feel like, we lost touch for months.
Right.
2020 is just a whole nother situation. The 3 years that we didn't been through in 2020.
Right.
Whole 3 years. But it's important that part, that friendship has kept us sane, kept us, motivated to keep going. Obviously we're starting this podcast and things like that. And, we're starting another business venture together, doing some rebranding and things like that. So it's nice to have that to fall back on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I think the business part of it, it's somewhat best to go in business with people you trust.
Right.
And most of the time, those are your friends.
Yeah.
People that you have a commonality with, that you are somewhat aligned in your thinking, aligned in your values, aligned in your morals, so that when you start this business, no matter how or who comes in to try and mislead you, you can get back to the core and sit down and have the conversation. Because I think a lot of time business get confused because so-and-so's told you this about your friend, but you don't go back to your friend to check it.
Right. You don't check the source.
You don't check the source. So I think with us, we're pretty good because we've been tested in that area.
Yes, multiple times.
Okay. That we go back, hey, let me check first. Let me check. Oh, she said, you say she said what now? Okay, well, let me call and see if she said it. Let me verify.
Trust but verify.
Right. Because I know in the beginning I told you about Summer and Ashley. Well, for me, I would say is that I'm a truth teller. And sometimes me telling the truth is not always in the right tone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In the right tone.
She been working on it.
I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm work in progress. Work in progress. But I say it with a smile.
You do.
You do. I say it with a smile.
That smile still hurt.
And at the end of the day, y'all know I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
No, you're not.
And I'm not trying to hurt their feelings. But it has to be said.
It has to come out.
It has to be said. And I'm willing to say it. But in that, I think we know each other's strengths and weaknesses in business. And because we operated in business for a while, and now we're venturing into other industries of business, that we have developed that trust. We have developed that working relationship. That, okay, like you said with the ET thing, we know each other, how to function with each other and how to talk to each other when it comes to business.
Right.
Yeah. Because I think people say, can you separate friendship and business? Yes, to a certain extent.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when we handling business, you still my friend.
Right.
So when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you in a rude, degrading type of disrespectful type of manner. No, I'm talking to you out of the love of my heart, out of, you know what I'm saying, out of the friendship that we have, to say, hey, based on this move, I think is this and that for us. Right. What should I do? You know what I'm saying? So it's that I think because of that connection on the friendship level, it translates well in business for us. Now, it may not translate well for other people in business. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's you and your friends. Mm-hmm. Right? For me and my friends, it translates well for us because of the invested time that we have put in. And we do girl retreats. We do, we travel together. We do. And let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. Here we go. Let me tell you something. You don't truly know your friend until you travel with them. That's true. Okay, I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back. Mm-hmm. You don't truly know your friend until you travel with them. And not a one-day car trip. Mm-hmm. No. You need to travel multiple. Mm-hmm. It needs to be a multiple day trip. Because you need to see how they function in a hotel room. You need to see how they function in a car or on a plane. You need to see how they function in a city when you don't want to do what they want to do. How do they react?
Right. That right there.
And are they willing to go with the flow? So if it's a group of y'all and one person doesn't want to do something, how does that person react to that? Or the group wants to do something, but the other people, like, what is the reaction? So you need to travel with your friends to see if you really got some good friends. Because traveling, one, splitting money, splitting costs, money brings out people's true heart. Okay? Yeah. Okay, I said it right, heart. Okay? It brings out people's true heart. So you have to travel with your friends, and because how I know these are not just friends, but they're sisters to me, is that if I ain't got it, they got it. If they ain't got it, I got it. So ain't nobody ever left in the dust.
Right.
Like that's true friendship.
Right. And nobody feels any type of way about
that.
Because we all know that, one, I know where you live. And two, we don't, we know everybody has right intentions and everybody's going to do what they need to do. Right. And also the other side of that, we all, like, this, with the traveling, we know Summer brings multiple bags.
Multiple.
A one-night trip is probably 2 bags.
Pray for me.
One night. No, you're going to be gone less than 12 hours.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. Because you're returning home the next day.
And that don't include the purse.
That don't include.
Or the snack bag.
Or the snack bag. No. Yes. So imagine.
She's gotten better, but it's just.
I still brought 3 bags of it.
So imagine y'all going on a beach weekend. Okay?
So 2 days.
2 days.
1 full, 2 travel.
Right. Yeah. So you on the beach weekend. Okay? Y'all driving to the beach. Because we're in Florida. The beach is everywhere.
From one side of the coast.
One side to the coast. So you driving. Ain't no need of us to fly from Orlando to Tampa. It's just no need.
No.
Okay? So you driving, and there's limited space. How
these
cars are built,
they need to
is that there's limited trunk space. Right. Okay?
They need more space.
So in your trunk, I don't know if you all have ever measured it. You could probably fit a good 2 large suitcases and a duffel bag, maybe. Depending on the depth of your trunk. So trunks aren't meant for a lot of bags. I know they say put your bags in the trunk, but they're not meant for a lot. So when you got 3 people going on a trip,
set the stage. Come on.
So 2 of those people have 1 bag, 1 full suitcase. Okay. Well, not a big. I would say a carry-on bag, a carry-on bag. So 2 of the people got carry-on bags. those bags are small. I don't know if y'all know. Those are small bags.
Yeah, they fit on top of the plane.
They fit on top of the plane, so the weight of them is low. Okay. Okay. So, but then you have another person who does not have a carry-on bag. No. They have full luggage.
Full luggage.
Okay, full luggage. But keep in mind, we only going for, it's a 2-day weekend, so you travel Friday, you there Saturday, and then you coming back Sunday after checkout. Okay, so at the most you just need one swimsuit, the clothes you traveling in on Friday, probably 2 outfits for Saturday, depending on where we go, and your ride home for Sunday. Okay. So that fits. All that fits in pajamas, little shoes, okay. It fits in a carry-on. But our friend will bring full luggage, with multiple mini packed bags inside of the luggage. Okay, let's chat.
I got that Mary Poppins bag. Let's pull stuff out of the bag.
It's Mary Poppins. That's what it is. Mary Poppins.
That is hilarious.
Because everything is being pulled out that bag.
I packed it so nicely in my little packing cube.
And then we're asking, how did you have the time?
Right.
To put all these little bags together. One, put the stuff in the bag and put the bags inside the big bag.
Yeah.
How?
I know some of y'all got friends like that.
You got everybody.
We can't be the only one.
We can't be the only one. We can't be.
She made it good on the Vegas trip.
Yeah, because I had to.
Right.
When I'm restricted, it's hard. When I'm unrestricted, it's free reign.
It's free reign.
She one of the people that gotta have options.
Yeah. I gotta, this depends on how your weight moved around on the plane and traveling. You may be a little.
Wait, what? Your weight ain't moved around.
Your outfit made it fit differently at home, but when I got to our destination, it may be a little snug. So I may have to choose a different outfit.
Oh my goodness.
So you just never. I always pack 2 outfits per day. And you know who fault that is? My mother. Your fault. You said 2 outfits a day, and so I'm gonna tell the world that was you. Actually, where I got that from, she always said that you ain't gonna pack 2 things. I guess she thought we were still babies, and if you mess something up, you can change another outfit. I don't know.
Lord.
But
goodness.
that's where I got that from. And it's bad. It is. I won't even try to argue that. Yeah. Got nothing to say.
Well, see, those are the things that makes it fun about, because every trip we making fun of her because how many bags she got. So that makes the part fun.
I remember that one time Nick saying bad lady to me.
Hey, you gonna miss your bus.
She's every time.
Dragging all them bags like that. Look, I guess nobody ever told you. All you must hold on to is you. You.
I gotta make room.
Oh, all the bags. Oh my goodness.
Man, I brought like 5 of them.
Well, the other funny part is, which is I laugh about still daily, is in our little group chats or whatever, I'll save a meme or I'll say some article and we'll share it and be like, oh, the other person's like, oh, I had that saved, I was gonna send it to you.
Or
like,
we send the same one.
Back to back.
And it's so funny, we laugh about some of the same things that we constantly see. And it still amazes me to this day that I'll laugh at something and the very next day Summer has something and she'll be like, oh, I was saving this, I'm gonna save these things for you. Or Mo has something, like all those things, like it's just hilarious to me that it still happens like on a daily occurrence. And people think it's like forced.
Yeah.
They used to think we used to laugh at things like a forced thing. But we find the same things funny.
We really do.
Like and we could be in different parts of the room and all laughing like unison. And people thought we were like doing it on purpose. I'm like, no, we just find it funny.
Like you counting out 1, 2, 3, laugh. No, I'm not do that.
It's just funny.
That's
like
weird.
I told this particular person on our business team, we either laugh. There's a reason for the laughter. We don't just laugh just to laugh. It's something funny somebody said, did, or something they thought was funny,
right?
But it wasn't.
And it's a lot of that.
And it's a lot of that, and that's funny, right? You thought you was funny, it wasn't. And that's funny that you.
And that's what you were. Right.
So we laughing at you.
We laughing at you. We laughing at the fact that nobody else laughed at you.
That's the other part.
That's even funnier.
It's silence.
No. Silence.
So we laughing at that.
And we laughing. We don't even laughing.
We don't want laughing. No. But we not laughing with you.
We laughing
at you.
Please don't be laughing at you.
So many memories. So many.
I had 5 flashbacks.
We got stories for days about that.
Yes, indeed.
But it's nice that people we're from different parts of the area. Some are from South Florida, most from Georgia. I'm from Detroit, Michigan area. I moved around a lot when I was younger, but we're from different parts of the country. We all end up down here in Florida. From different experiences. Like I was my dad was in the Air Force, so we moved around a lot when I was younger. So I didn't have childhood friends. Like there's like only one friend that I know that but we lived in Detroit. My friend Lauren, like she was the only person that I can say is a childhood friend because I don't have anybody else like that. I only have one sister, so like it's Mo has multiple sisters, so she has a lot more things going on with that. Summer only has one sister, so there's we all have different backgrounds and different experiences and things like that. And all that stuff brings stuff to the table. There's things that, I have to share, and there's things that Summer has to share, and Mo has to share. That they're all different, and it adds and enriches the relationships that we have.
In the conversations, in perspective.
Right.
And I think that's what it was when we first started talking about doing something like this. When Monique brought the idea.
Right.
So shout out to that. If it wasn't me, and I think it's me. Nope. I said, when she said it, I said, well, you do it and I'll be there.
Right.
And she
did.
And she did. Because at the end of the day, it was her brainchild.
Right.
And one of the main things she said to us was, I think we bring different perspectives, and I think that our conversations, they're valuable. And like you said before, people have come to us and people still do. And so we have these conversations, and we have these back and forth with people about different topics. And it is, people look to, I don't say people look to us for guidance, but there are things that people value, the knowledge. The knowledge that you have in certain areas, wisdom, like you said, as well. And I would like to add perspective, because it is it's a different level of perspective on various topics. And I think that's what makes our relationship and friendship dynamic, is that it's multiple things. We all like different things, but there's a lot of things we like in common. And so it's valuable, and there's merit to it.
So I want to thank you all for listening in, giving us the opportunity to kind of give you some background into who we are and how this friendship came about, and really a glimpse into why we started this podcast, actually, and why it's a conversation between 3 friends. We are the 3 friends. Ashley, Monique, and Summer. Conversations that we've had for years, that we still have. We are giving you the time sensitive one. Because sometimes our conversation, we be going for 3-4 hours, just because of the different perspectives we give.
Right.
So in closing, I just want to say that friendship is heaven sent. And that you need to find you some good friends.
Absolutely. Amen.
Thank you all for tuning in to Me, She, and Her podcast, a guided conversation between 3 friends.
Like and share.
Like and
subscribe.